So it was early in the morning, about 4:30. I hollered for my wife and noticed my voice wasn't quite right, and the left side of my arm and legs felt like I was losing feeling in them. So I hollered at my wife, and she came down and immediately knew something was wrong, and at that point called 911 and had the ambulance come pick me up.
Ryan came in at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and for the very first minute or so, we weren't quite sure what was going on. Well, as soon as he said he was having a hard time swallowing, my thought process immediately changed to thinking perhaps he was having a stroke involving the back part of his brain, his cerebellum or his brainstem region. Based on his complaint of not being able to swallow well, we sent him immediately over to our CAT scanner and called a stroke alert, which puts a lot of people on high alert and gets everybody ready to do what they do. And while Ryan was in CAT scan, his condition worsened to where he truly wasn't able to swallow and was losing function of both his right and left upper extremities.
But I was, like you mentioned, I was 36. I just still wasn't registering that that's what it was. But yeah, so I did hear that fact, but then after that, I don't recall a whole lot.
Thankfully, we're partnered with every single emergency room within Premier, as well as several outside of the Premier system. The ER physicians are all connected to our stroke program. They have a one number that they contact us immediately, and we again join them on the telecart within just a minute or two, and so that we're always right there together with their teams that they're working with locally.
At that time, they brought Dr. Snyder on bedside on the computer, and he evaluated Ryan and looked at his CT scan, and at that time said that he thought he'd be a great candidate for the clot busting medication. So I said, let's do it, and it was administered. At that time, they decided that he should be taken to Miami Valley by care flight. And
when he landed at our doorstep, arms and legs were starting to improve. His speech was starting to show signs of subtle improvement, which is very encouraging. We knew that the medical therapy seems to be working, and at that stage.
Yeah, it's when you're very independent and living on the farm and being able to do basically anything that needs done, to being put in a bed and basically having to be catered to and having to rely on my wife.
So he was in the inpatient facility for a week, and then from there you did 6 weeks of physical therapy and 12 weeks of occupational therapy.
I don't know if I could think of like not having this stroke and not seeing all that, like all the good that came from it, and how much it made me feel good that so many people were praying and brought the community together.
Ryan's yet another success story. We consider ourselves very fortunate to have had the experience to help Ryan, but really the truth is the hard work was done by him, his family, who is spectacular. He's got a great support system, and his recovery, it clearly involved a lot of work in rehab, and the rehabilitation crew for Premier is spectacular, and they spent a lot of time trying to allow Ryan to make that the best possible recovery.